23rd August, our show that we are doing in here. First and foremost, I'd like to welcome you to our Friday iVSAchart clinic, which we are making it free available for our public. If you think our work is good, join us for iVSAchart subscriber that we do every Wednesday to look at stocks and some of the lessons that we teach you how to pick stock. First and foremost, a little bit of advertisement, as I said before, in here, since this is free, so I'm just obligated to show you. We are doing our investment and market outlook conference this Sunday. For the first time, we are doing it a one day, and we have two speakers in here, other than myself, Nigel Fu, which is an analyst, a small cap and CIMB. He will talk about some stock that he likes, as well as going forward what he sees the market is going to be. And also at the same time, I will be talking about the opportunities, crisis and opportunities that I see personally in this coming sell-off that there are plenty. Mark my word, we are not slipping to recession in here. We have a nice GDP growth of 4.9, and that's confirmed by a lot of my colleagues too, which is also in the field in here. But we want to showcase a very interesting company is Mr. Loh Seng Tee, which is a group GM of Ocean Cash Pacific. So make sure you check us out. For small fee, you'll be getting a lunch plus a tea break and spending a whole day with us, and also looking a lot of charts potentially will give you a good entry when the sell-off has started. So make sure you get that, and make sure you come for it. I know many of you have already registered in here, but we still have some seats available. If you are, you can get the tickets in here, so make sure you do that. All right, at the same time, what is happening also, the stock contest award presentation will also be doing after lunch in here. There are many of you who have submitted the stock contest, so we will be awarding our prizes, okay, our mini iPad and also our phone, plus a little small gift, a thumb drive for the first winner, second and third winner. So we are very glad that actually you'll be surprised that during this time, 8th of July to 7th of August, we did pick some stocks, right? And the stocks has done pretty well, of course, just before the sell-off. So someone was also saying, hey, how did I know that this would come? But what we have said that typically you want to hold the stocks for 4 weeks, and as such. But surprisingly, despite having a 12 month free subscription and a tablet, not many of you people actually join. Am I correct? How many did not participate in this contest? How many of you did not participate in the contest? Right. And some of you don't even yes. Right. I'd like to know more, okay? Some of you did. I didn't give chance to others. Okay, thanks. Okay, but there are others have not done so. So we will show you the results definitely on tomorrow, and how you see. And also some of these has made a double-digit return despite the market that we've seen so far in here. So during that time, this market that we see has become a trading market in here. So let's quickly go through an outlook. That one I want to do just using the FKLI CI future, and also I think I can do that is also look at FPM too. Okay, it will be a great day. Now, like it or not, we have seen in here lots of strengths. We got spring and also a test in here. So that's why it's very important we don't break below 1560. And if you look at today, because it's not updated yet, we held above 1560. So we are really, the thin razor if the market don't break down. But one thing good is the volume is not that fantastic, which is around what 13.8 or 1.38 billion in here. So that's the market we are talking in here. Does it warrant to be a buy? Definitely not. But what I'm trying to say in here, typically when you see a lot of tests, we want the market to break higher. We have seen this breaking down, so we don't know yet. But let's look on a weekly basis. Right, and I'll show you what I mean, because iVSA has a foretelling sign. Look, we have a spring, and once the spring is confirmed, which is breaking back above this 1600, market should able to resume back to the uptrend. But that is only on what, after 2 or 3 more bars. So this is just the first bar. I definitely see a potential rally towards the end of the year. And we'll talk a lot about this on Sunday, 23rd August. So make sure you catch me there. But definitely when we have upthrust, we have this sell off breaking below the so-called 1690. That market continues sell off. Again, same thing in here, we cannot go below 1560 next week. So if we see that, then a continuation downtrend. If we can hold our position, because remember Dow Jones sell off, and as the market try to price it in there, maybe we get a bit of relief rally, which is much needed for that one. So that's all. I just want to talk very shortly. What do you feel about the market that we've seen so far? What are your thoughts? We actually have also rolling out. By the way, we are also rolling out the Singapore and Hong Kong end of this month or first week of September, which will be available. And we're actually showcasing some of these on the 23rd of August in there. All right. So that's very positive. We have other than Malaysia, we have also Singapore and very soon also Australia. That's the next we are in targeting. How do you feel about the whole market that we see in here? Let's switch back to a daily chart. Mhm. Okay, let's look at the percentage scale where we are coming off. How far are we back? Hey, look at that. You see, if we take it from here, right, which is April, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's look at 3 months. Let's see where we are. You can see this is zero. We are down almost 13 or 14% where we have in here. So you can see that 20% will be somewhere down here, about 1500 level in here. So it's quite easy to trade, you know. For in order the market to go up, it needs to break back up to at least a 1600. Let me just take that out again. All countries are foretelling signs about that. I actually like this. When listing market, I thought we have a nice two bar, but it wasn't a two bar. As you can see in here, iVSA does paint a very good leading indicator to it. We have a lot of strength coming in here, but we still need the market to go higher before we see some sort of confirmation. Okay. So, so let's look at some stocks that you want me to look at. Okay, I picked some stocks already on the closing bell, and I will do some more on the 23rd. But our regular programs, which is the Wednesday webinar, that we do for our iVSA paid members. So make sure if you're interested, join our iVSA. You can see some of the stocks that we pick over there, and we'll spend a bit of training plus our 4 trading rules, as well as a little bit of hindsight, how the market works, and a lot of trainings actually doing that. Keep in mind, we'll also be showcasing our 2-day iVSA chart on November. Let me get my calendar here. It will be November 21st, 22nd. So take note of that one. So any question that you have, you want some charts to look at, because for the public talk that we're doing this one, we just want to keep things simple and look at some of the stocks that you want me to look at. Okay. The other day on Wednesday we picked some stocks. I'm trying to remember what stocks I picked. Uh, Andrew, you were here on Wednesday, right? What was the stock that we picked? Okay, anyone remember on Wednesday our iVSA weekly Wednesday training? Okay, good. All right. Oh, you can't. BJ Auto. That's right. Let's look at BJ Auto. Yeah, BJ Auto, we have a spring in here. We did confirm this is a nice one. Does pay a 3% dividend in here. Hey, that's a good trade in here. A low. Remember, this is a break of it. Doesn't necessarily means it's not one of the finest entry. I remember, Chin. If you mark, typically the market has to do this, right? And this is where you want to be buying. This is just definitely a weep. If you do buy that, you probably want to get out at 230, and then it's going to come down again, because remember the downtrend is persistent. You only want to take this trade over here. Remember, we did talk about this on the conceptual maps, something I will talk about on the November 21st, 22nd, more in detail, but how to look at the market. Okay, any other stocks? Okay, this is your session in here. I know most of you come here just looking for tips, right? But tell me what stock you want me to help you look. And come to our 23rd August, then we'll talk more about iVSA, give you a bit of background in here. Okay, any stocks you want me to look at? Okay, great. There's one more coming up. Let me just erase this again. Okay, Cocoaland. Okay, good. Thanks, Dean. Let's see where's Cocoaland. Okay, yeah, there's not much of a follow through line change. Let's see where's Cocoaland today. Did we see higher a bit? Okay. Let me just update this. Cocoaland will be CLND. Okay, because it will be updated by 8. And okay, let's wait for the data to come in. Oh yes, Huat too. Yeah, it's one of the nice stocks. Okay, Jason Wong asked, the market FKLI close to enough. Any predictive value for Monday? No, not really. It's very tough to say because market now is still testing. Definitely for sure is the absence of seller. We don't have any seller now. Remember, today market went down 20 points, came back up almost 4 points, but towards the end there was a bit of selling in here. Sellers has absence. So the question is, the market will continue to test for this support. And what support is that? Do you know, ladies and gentlemen? Tell me, what support is this that we are seeing here on the iVSA chart? Okay, go back to iVSA chart and tell me the on the FVNKL in here. Okay, okay, what level do you see there? Okay, okay, what level do you see there? That's very important. This level in here, 1560. So you got a hole below 1560. I'm still trying to get the Cocoaland. If I can get that up. Okay, that's what that's what I got today, right? 280. That was on Wednesday. This was Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, that was yeah, there was a follow through on Cocoaland. Yeah, I think we picked that one. So nice one. Okay, we did pick that one, Cocoaland, and I had another one in here. Someone just showed me just now. Was what stock was that? Okay, quickly, what stock was that? I just missed out. Oh, Huat. Okay, let's look at Huat. Yep, Huat has a nice line change here. That was on 19. Okay, you got the volume just dries up. This, could be a test, but it didn't sort of it did not satisfy as a test criteria in here. Okay, let's look at YTL power. Thanks, Sandy. Okay, YTL power. Gotta get the codes correctly. Let's do that again. YTL space power. Yep, got that one, 6742. Now, if we look at YTL power, we have a nice line change. We've got spring definitely in here. We've got a bit of volume coming in, right? Again, it's not one of the best criteria because again, very similar what we saw BJ Auto. We want to see this breakup in here. I know if you look in the scheme of all things, let's look back 6 months. What stage are we in for YTL power, right? We are more like a downward stage in here. A lot of time we just do one of this single bar in here. It doesn't have much of a follow through in here. You want to have what we call a U base. Okay, very important. We do a U base, something we will teach in our 4 trading rules. So make sure you catch us in one of our mini workshop or come and see us to this Sunday. Okay, so I hope you can come on this Sunday in here. I know I'm doing a lot of promotion here, but what to do? All right, now we are getting a full house almost this Sunday, 23rd August. Some seats are still. Oh, today has a dividend announcement. Yep. So if it's a dividend announcement for today, then it will void. Okay, it will void this line change. It will avoid this line change. Besides, this is a 5-day line change. It is not as a good quality as a 18-day line change. Okay, let's look at another stocks. Anybody? I mean, you should look at some of the blue chip stocks like Public Bank. Something you want to be really accumulating. Public Bank, which is about $17 in here. Look at that. Lots of nice springs in here. And if it does hold around 1760, as we move for the next 3 to 4 bars, that is what you want to be buying, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Public Bank. What else? Some really blue chips shares like BAT. I know it's a bit pricey, but those are the shares you want to be, taking a look at that, because when the market do come back, you see in here, nice, a lot of nice tests in here. $60 went up at 67, just dropped 10% in here, right? It's not so much of a, and it gives about 4.68 dividend. Okay, look at the return on equity, 174 times. Okay, PE of 21, not too expensive, although it's more expensive than the current PE, based on the market that sell off that we have in here, but it is a good potential. Okay, 1 or 2 more stocks before we close our Friday, a shorter version. Make sure you catch us on Wednesday. Being an iVSA member, the fee that you pay does cover the training too. And this is a nice one. I like this. Okay, any more stocks? Some good fundamental shares, which is well run. Well, we can look at Maybank. Okay, again, sell off today is up. And today opened down, but closes up nicely in here. Any more stocks? If you don't have any more stock, that's it. All right, Mr. One, I hope to see you this Sunday too. You've been a regular supporter. It's just that, it's very nearby to your place. All right, less than 10 minutes drive. I hope to see you this Sunday. With that, I end the Friday iVSA chart clinic. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye bye.